Are we ready to do this today? It's summertime. I'm sure we've all wished we would have done a few more crunches over the winter, maybe ate a little better. I get asked all the time, what do I do for abs? So I'm going to show you a few things, show you some ways to really target the abdominal area, the core, with the cores all the way around. So target and tone that area, make it tight, make it strong, without a lot of, as far as quantity, it's more about quality of how you do the exercises. I do a lot of stability training too. Even when I'm doing other muscle groups, I like to do a lot standing. I don't lift really heavy, so for me that works out really well. But you could, if you are a heavy lifter, just add those stability in there once in a while. Doesn't hurt to get those stabilizers. Okay, let's go. First off, always, you want to keep those abs tucked in. One way I've taught to keep abs tucked in is you want to breathe out before you start the exercise. So let's do it. When you breathe out, you always pull your abs in. So always start with that. And if you find that something gets a little rough, that you feel like they're rolling out a little bit, then stop the exercise, take that breath again, breathe out, and then you'll pull those back in again. Because it does get hard sometimes. It gets hard for me. So then I end up rounding out a little bit. You want to suck those back in again. Because if not, you're teaching the abs to round out. That's not the goal. All right. Shoulders are back. Always keep shoulders back. You want to always keep that spine in line. We'll just start with some basics to warm up a little bit. If you're a beginner, just don't go back as far. You can target and tone your abs just right here. Like I said, it's not about craziness. It's about how you train the abs. If you're really good, you can add the weights above the head. Anytime you take something farther away from the muscle that you're working, it's a little bit more strain on the muscle, a little more work for it. You can go a little side to side. Get some of those obliques warmed up. Now, what are we doing with those lower abs? We're keeping them tucked. I'm not a fan of some exercises, and I'll explain that as we go, because I feel like they work hip flexors. Okay, bring it up. Hip flexors are the muscles right here. They're the ones you're going to use a lot when you do cardio, if you run, if you're on the treadmill. Inclines really hit the hip flexors. You don't want to hit those as so much when you're doing abs, because we're targeting abs, not hip flexors. My hip flexors get pretty wore out, so when I do abs, I really target the abdominal area, the core area. All right, let's go down to the floor. I have a few tools here today, too, that I'll show you to aid a little bit and spice it up a little. Let's go down. All right, first off, always, I want you to keep those elbows back. You should not be able to see your elbows in your peripheral vision. This is the biggest peeve I see at the gym. I see this all the time, where people are always, so when you're doing that, all you're doing is pulling with the elbows. That's a no-no. They're not to be here. They need to be back here. And if it's too hard, you put them across your chest. I do that a lot myself. Okay? We're going to do knees up today because that helps you round up the pelvis a little bit. And you want to round that up a little because then you're going to hit the lower abdominals too. All right, so elbows back. Crunch up. You always want a space between your chin and chest. This is no-no. This means I'm pulling with my neck. No-no. So elbows back. We're looking straight up. Actually, kind of looking at an angle. Because you want that spine in line. Crunching up. Not about how many. Try to keep, if you're more advanced, medium to advanced, moderate, I want you to keep those shoulder blades off the mat. Now, if that's hard, remember what we're going to do here? We're going to breathe out, tuck it all in, scoop, little C curve here, as we call it in Pilates. All right, you can take those arms above or across the chest. Makes it a little bit easier, and you can't pull on your neck. Sometimes I get tired too and I want to just pull on my neck because my core is tired, my back's tired from stuff I do around the house. So I'll do this too. And I'm really targeting the abs. Now I want you to think about the abs. Keep doing that. Keep it up. Keep it up. Now when you're doing that, keep up the exercise. You don't have to go up hard. You don't have to go far. If you have to go back down the whole way, that's fine too. But I really want you to keep those abs tight the whole time. The point of that is to keep tension on them. When you go back down again, you release it. Same way when you do a bicep curl. You don't want to go to here because there's no more tension on the muscle. You want to take it to here. So we're going down and up. Same way with abs. Keep that tension on the muscle. So you're making it burn. Remember to keep that pulled in. I want you to really think about the abdominals. Think about the wall that you're working. Think about those muscles pulling in tight. Belly button to spine. All right, how you doing? Up and down. Okay. Take a rest for a second. Stretch it out. Hands above the head. Now we're going to go into working the obliques a little bit more. And into a transverse move. So we have our chin not close to the chest. You should be able to put your fist here. An orange or an apple should be able to go in here. Now I want you to take it across and back down. Again, I cannot see my elbows. If you find that your elbows are coming in, that probably means you're pulling on your neck. So what do I want you to do? I want you to take them across the chest again. Come on, it's summertime. Tighten up that core. It's not just about how you look. It's keeping that back healthy. All right, let's roll it up a sec. Now, when you're doing those exercises and you're keeping that nice and tight, do you notice how I'm not doing them fast? I never do abs fast. Can't stand to see abs being done fast. You're using momentum. You're not using that muscle. Mine are already tired. So, not that I'm going to stop. We're going to keep going. But you want to, like I said, we're keeping the tension on that muscle and we're doing it nice and slow and controlled. All right, we're going back down again. All right, I want you to breathe out. C curve. All right, let's work on that lower a little bit. All right, this is my favorite way, always, to target lower abdominals. I like to pull up and down, up and down. It's not about bringing your feet over your toe or your head. You don't want those legs going over your head. It's more about going up. So when we go up, what are we doing? We are making that C curve, right? So you are bringing those abs in and tight. This is a reverse curl. Bring it up. I want you to, you're going slow, not fast. It's because I want you to keep going. Because when we go up like that and we come back down, we have total control of those muscles. Total control. They're not controlling us, we're controlling them. We're pulling them in nice and tight. All right, feet to the floor. Give us a nice stretch. And always, I love to stretch abs as I do them because I'm elongating that muscle again. Stretching it out, making it long. Nice and long. Point the toes. So I stretch abs a lot while I'm doing them. All right, roll up. All right, let's go on to obliques. We'll come back to different things to work those muscles, but I'm just trying to show you a few things to do right now for each area. All right, we're going to go down to the floor again, and we're going to do some obliques. I'll show you some things with the ball, too, in case you want to ever get a ball, and the ab roller. All right, let's get down to the floor. On our side right now. So we're going to target the oblique area. On your side. Now, I want you to turn just a little bit and give me a little crunch up. It's not a big turn because I always want that spine in line. Again with the elbows. Take them back. Now you can do as many reps of all of these as you want. I want you to push yourself a little bit. You want to feel the burn. Just giving you a bunch of ideas today. Again, we're going nice and slow. And when you're doing this, keep going. I want you to have your head is in your palms, kind of as a weight. So you're using your head as a weight. You're not pulling on that neck. If you feel neck pain tomorrow, then you didn't do something right. You need to watch this again and listen. It's not pulling with your neck. That neck is always relaxed. That's a big issue that I hear with people. It's because you were using your neck. Don't want to do that. I know you're still going, aren't you? All right, bring it down. Let's do another exercise for obliques. I'm going to go onto my elbow. I'm at a 90 degree here with my hips. Okay. Now we're going to bring it up, down, up, down. My back is still in line. My shoulders are back. None of this. We're not hunching. Neck is in line. So now we're lifting lowers to hit that targeted area. So now we are hitting obliques some more. If you feel there, that should be getting tight. Now the upper leg is a weight for the lower leg. You can add that upper crunch too. And I want you to breathe out. Let's talk about breathing. It's out, in. Hardest part of the exercise, I don't care what body part, that's when you exhale. One more. All right. Stretch it out. All right, other side. Let's do that again on the other side. It's a warm one today. All right. Let's take it down first. Now, legs are about, not quite a 90 degree for this one again. Elbows are back. I want you to crunch up, down. Remember that head is a weight in your fingertips or palms, depending how long your arms are. Mine are short. If you feel like you're pulling, I want you to take the hands here. It's important to train all of the abdominals. We got to hit uppers, lowers, obliques, and that core. You're working that core when you do that suck in. All right, bring it up. Let's go to the leg lifts again. Remember, suck it in. Now I want you more to 90 degree. Up on. I don't want any of this. Don't look like you're dying on me here. I want you to keep yourself upright, because that's how you're going to keep your spine in line. Okay? Shoulders are back, up and down. Add that upper crunch if you like. I call these jackknife. Jackknife. You can do this with the ball too between your legs. We'll play with the ball in a little bit. And I want to show you the ab roller. It's a great tool, great tool. I love it. That if I want to get my abs ripped and have a little six-pack look going on, I use the ab roller. It's the quickest way for me. Got to watch how you do it, though. It's great to take on vacation because how many people are going to take a ball, you know? But as you can see, you don't need anything, just a mat. One more. All right, bring it up. Let's stretch for a sec. As I said, I like to stretch out a little bit. Let's go up into a cat stretch. Hollow out those abs again. Make them tight. All right. I feel like working some more lowers. Let's go back down. I will say this. I'm not a huge fan of leg drops. I do them some. Here's why. Because a lot of times in leg drops, that's too hard for a lot of people. So when you go down, I'll show you what happens. But you can also put your hands under your hips. So watch. So I put hands under hips because I have lower back issues. Many years gone by with that one. Okay, so. Well, what I see a lot of times happen with people that aren't trained with the abs will round out when you do leg drops. Drives me insane. I see trainers all the time training people that way. It drives me crazy because they're not doing anything for their abs. They're hurting their back. Okay? So you want to make sure always that if that's not rounding in and tight for you, then you need to modify that exercise a little bit because it's probably a little bit too hard, not doing yourself a whole lot of good. Okay, back down. So down. Now, instead of a straight leg, if that's a little difficult, you can always bend the legs. I think trainers forget this sometimes. Again, because I have less weight away from the targeted area that I'm training, it's not as hard. So I'm able to suck the abdominals in. Remember, breathe out. All right, give me a hold right there. You can add those uppers too, but I want to see a space between the chin and the chest. All right, we'll go to some more types of leg drops. Again, suck it in first. Hands behind. Let's do a scissor. So it's down and up. This is a little more of a Pilates move. Uppers if you like, you don't have to. Pull those abs back. All right, now let's go to the back up like this again. Let's go to the curve up again. Keep going with that. Now, this is, I wanted to show you scissors because I wanted to kind of point out something to you. That works hip flexors. Not a big fan of scissor type moves. You can do it. It does work the core if you don't maybe do a lot of cardio exercises, which I know some of you do not. So I want you to make sure that you're pulling those abs, and when you're doing those, you will be working this a little bit. When I work abs, I don't do a lot of scissor type moves. You better be sweating like I am, but I think it's 90 degrees in here, so that's probably why I'm sweating. Summertime, gotta love it. All right, I want you, are you still doing this? Still doing it? Lift. Lift. I like things in a 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Always. Doing fast doesn't mean you're doing them right. And we're not pressing with those hands, are we? They're just there for support. All right. Well, that just made me think of we should try a V-sit. I do V-sits a lot at the gym. I like to say maybe do a set of biceps, maybe triceps too, and then I do an ab workout. So I will rotate abs and within a 3 set or a 3 cycle. Okay, so again, suck it in, shoulders are back, chest is up, bring those legs up. Modifications, you can do it right here with a bent, up here with a straight. Shoulders are back. If you're really good and you want to come up, you can hold here too. Lots of modification for abs. So you really have no reason not to do abs. None. There's too many modifications. Up. Shoulders are back. You can do one leg. Makes it a little easier. Other side. Again, a Pilates move. I believe this is the scissors. It's been so long since I taught that. I forget the names. Bring it up. There's some more exercises you can do without any equipment at all. No excuses. Watching TV? I don't watch TV. I have no clue what's on TV anymore. No time for that. But you can be doing these ab workouts while you're watching TV. All right, let's see. What are we going to do now? Let's start with the ball. Ball is an awesome, awesome tool. Great for core. I use mine a lot. See if we can get you up here a little more. All right. The lighting in here is a little bit weird, so I hope it doesn't get too dark. The blinds are make my cam darker. There we go. Okay. This is something that's close to what we're going to do on the ab roller. So I want forearms on. What's my back doing? See how flat it is? Nice and flat back. Shoulders are down. You're going to roll out. Pull back. Now when you're doing this, target the whole core. I want you to pull it back. So you're sucking it in. So out. Breathe in. Out. We're not sinking that back down. None of this. Pull it back. You can hold out. Pull those abs in. Make them quiver. Pull back. Out. Pull it back. Take it out one more time and hold this one. Now, abs aren't one of those muscles you only want to work once a week, twice a week. I think abs every other day is good. Pull it back. That's typically what I do. I rotate with my muscle groups, like I said, and I do about every other day. Not every day, but every other. All right, we're going to go into obliques again on your side. You can do some of those side crunches on here too. Now, this is difficult. This one doesn't look hard, but wait till you try to do it if you've never done it. I have the most difficult time teaching this one in a class. People that have not done it before. Because say we're on our side, got our leg out for stability. I want you straight on that ball, okay? Straight out. Hands above the head, or they can go on the ball if you feel more comfortable. We're going to crunch up, down. My entire body's coming up. See that? Not just my head. Here's what I see a lot. My head is going to stay right here. I'm crunching from here. So, crunching right here. Now, sometimes putting your arms over makes you hold that a little better. You're kind of framing your head, so you want to keep your head right between there in the center of those arms. Reach out. Keep yourself nice and elongated. I see a lot of people, they sink down like this, or they sink forward like this. I am completely straight. Hips are squared. Don't have to go up far. It's just about getting it tight. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. When you get a little more advanced, you can add a little bit of a transverse in there. When you feel comfortable with it, the ball's not going to move on you, which it shouldn't. So you're getting a little bit more of the transverse abdominal area. All right, let's go to the other side. Over that ball again. Legs out for stability, nice and tall. Uh-oh, lost focus. There we go. Framing that head again with those arms. Up and down. See how we're doing it nice and slow and tight. And I'm keeping that tension on that muscle the whole time. I'm not relaxing it. Our next abdominal tape, we will do a little more as far as numbers and repetitions. Right now, I just want to show you some things that you can do on your own. If that's not enough for you, pause the video. Pause the video. Add an extra set in there. Do it twice. That's a good idea. How about 3 times? Then you'll get all your abs in a set. All right. And let's relax over. Stretch that out. Reach your reach. All right, bring it up. Let's take that ball. You guys have been working out for a while now. Do you know that's like 25 minutes already? It's actually 27, but I talked to you some. Okay, very good. Okay, we got ball in our feet. Gonna lift up. We can just touch it down with a bent. Like, this is not an exercise for your knees. This is an abdominal exercise. So the ball stays here. Up, down, up, down. Just adds a little bit of variation. You can do this with a straight leg. Because of my back, I do it with a bent. And lift. All right, down. Now, to teach you the correct way to do the leg drops, you can always use that ball. See if I can keep a hold of it with my pants on. With long pants on. Sometimes it's difficult because I have short legs. So you want to lock those feet into the ball. So I'm dragging my heels into the ball, and I'm going to round. I can't keep it. These are different sneakers than I usually wear. And up and down. Shit. I blew up this ball really far. And down. These are runner sneakers, not my typical cross trainers. But I had to match, you know. All right, bring it up. I never wear these to train because they're just not the best. All right, but they look cute, hey. All right, let's do planks. Planks are awesome. Not to be confused with the planks that you see on Facebook that everybody's doing. I guess that's over now, right? That little fad's over. Okay. Elbows on the ball. We're going to go up. Nice and flat. I don't want you dying into the ball like this. Bring it up and out of that ball. Oh. Make yourself nice and strong and tight. Have a strong mind, strong mind. You're strong, you can do it. Bring it down. Mind over matter, right? Mind over muscle. All right, let's take it up again. Remember, keep bringing it up and out of that ball. Now, what are you doing with those abs? Tuck them in. Tuck them in. All right, bring it down. You got the idea with those. You can do those anywhere. You can do those on the couch if it's the right height. You can do them standing. You can do planks with a long extended arm too. Planks are awesome. You can do them for starters. You want to do a plank? I'll show you a quick series of planks. All right. Down. Seriously, I prefer a plank in this way, and I'll tell you why. I like to be on my quads because I want to use the floor as resistance. So I push against the floor as tight as I can. So my elbows are driving in, my quads are driving in, not my knees, my quads. So I'm sucking it in, pulling it up tight, and making it shake. Versus doing it here, yeah, that's great for your core too. I mean, that's probably a little better workout for your core because you're hitting the back. But here's, I'm pulling the abs in the whole time. But this is your modification. And then we can go up like this into a full plank. Elbows are going back. And again, my shoulders are dropped a little bit. Meaning I don't want you like this, I want them back. You can do it here too if you need that modification. If you want to take a break because you need to suck in those abs, you're going to come to here, suck them in. No excuses. I'm talking the whole time I'm doing this. No excuses. All right, bring it down. Let's stretch for a sec. Take it back. I can't say that I haven't talked while I've done this for a long time. Bring it back. Roll it up. Roll it up, cat stretch, nice and flat, nice and flat. Suck it in. Scoop, scoop, scoop. All right, bring it up. Now, I promised you I'd show you the ab roller. The ab roller is awesome. It's hot in here. Here's our ab roller. Great for vacation. You pull this apart, throw it in your suitcase. I take mine all the time. Love it. I'll go out on the, if I go to the beach, I like to go out and run. I do parking garages, stairs. I love that interval cross-training kind of stuff. And then I take my ab roller, get back to the room. Who doesn't want to work your abs before you lay on the beach? I do. All right, so hold of that ab roller. All right, we're gonna roll out. Now, this is, I want you to do this correctly. If it's really difficult, you're gonna build up to this a little bit. You only have to go to here. Again, my back's flat. I'm gonna pull back. So it's up to you how far you want to go out. I tell you what, if you want sore abs tomorrow, do this. That's what I want your back to look like. So your butt's down, flat back. Now you can alter, vary this a little bit by going out diagonals. Okay, I want you to feel the muscles, pull them in tight. Think about the area that you're working. So you're going out. This is what I do all the time. And then I go side. Not crazy to the side, just enough that you're hitting those obliques a little bit. Back. Great for the shoulders too. That's why I like to take it when I go on vacation, because I'm hitting shoulders too. And triceps. Now, you probably don't have an ab roller right now, so I'm about done showing you this, but that's what I want your back to look like. I think you can get these for maybe, I think it's under 10 bucks at Walmart, wherever. I think they're like 8 or 9, so it's very, very cheap, but it's a great tool. If you're doing it correctly, you always want that back flat. I see people not quite doing it right, and if it's really hard, just don't go out too far. It's going to work your shoulders too. All right, and we also have a foam roller. Foam rollers are great too for stretching and for ab work. So good for beginners. So you put the ab roller behind you and just crunch up. Helps keep your back in that position that you want your back in. Obviously, you can't go too crazy far up because it's going to overlap, but great tool also. I think most of them come with a video if you buy them. Like, I mean, I think you can. Mine came with a video. Never watched it, but it came with one. Well, it will give you some ideas too for stretching. Now, what did we say the whole time? We're breathing out. We're keeping those abdominals scooped. We got our space, right? Our shoulders are back. All right. Anything else I want to show you? You can always add, I love to do, see if I can show you this. I love to use the medicine ball with a partner. If I take my son to the gym or have a partner at the gym, I love to use the medicine ball too. You can use any kind of weight. Let me show you that real quick. See if I can get you in range here. See if the sun's going behind us enough yet. All right. So we're on our ball. Now when you get a ball, I want you to make sure that your legs are at a 90 degree. I blow mine up myself, so I make sure it's perfect. So this is where you want your legs to be, because if not, you're going to be jeopardizing your knees a little bit. Okay? I like to do abs on the ball like this because I have no choice but to be hitting the lowers too. So I got to be sucking those in too. Suck them in because I'm at that C-curve angle still. Where if I go flat, I'll show you. I don't like this so much because I'm only working upper the whole time. That doesn't do it for me. If I'm going to be taking time to do abs, I want to get the most out of my workouts. I don't have time to screw off. So yeah, this is great. This is working my upper. I prefer to be here because I have to keep this tight. Heck, I'm working this here a little bit too because I'm trying to stay on that ball. So there, I'm working more muscles right here. I like to be on what I tell my class would be the corner of the ball, if it had a corner. So we're up and down. These are just little tricks that you can learn to take some time off that workout. Get a little extra cardio in. No, typically I see people who want to do cardio and not their muscle groups. You need to do both. All right. With the medicine ball, you don't have to have a medicine ball. I don't care if you use a big can of soup. I don't care. Just add some weight there once in a while. Variate it a little bit. That's how you're going to get your ripped six-pack, adding a little bit of weight. You're going to have a tight core by not adding weight, but by adding a little bit of weight, resistance, you're going to get that little ripple look. All right. I'm at my C-curve. I'm breathing out. Anytime you hold a weight, I still want you to have that chest back. Chin is opened up right here. Now, when I take someone to the gym with me to work out, we pass the ball. So I'll go down, up, pass, then I still go down, and I receive the ball again, and we pass up. So now I'm getting a little bit of a bicep and shoulder workout too. And the whole time I'm working those abs, I am sucking those lowers in. And then sometimes what we'll do is it has some little bits of variation. We'll do some side transverse moves too. So I'm back here again. Shoulders are back. Side, side. Suck it in. You should feel that all the way through here. You can be doing this on the floor too. But I really would encourage you, if you don't have a ball, to get one. It's such an awesome tool, and they usually come with a video too. And bring it up. Let's go back down to where we started. Congrats, you've been doing abs for 40 minutes now. See how quick it goes? We got a lot of muscles in this body, don't we? So if you haven't been working out, you've been neglecting the body. You only get one. Got to keep that back strong. All right, we're going to go back down again. Having a strong core helps you too. As you slip on ice or something, I'm telling you, I catch myself all the time and I think, thank God I work out. When just little things that happen, like you go to fall or something or trip over something, I come down the steps, the dog gets under my feet, and I'm like, I'm so glad that I have myself trained to, for the agility, for the just catching myself doing that. So, it's not a bad thing. All right, bring it down. Gonna go flat again. Yeah, if I wouldn't have a strong core, I'm sure things would happen more often the way I zip around all the time. The freaking dog is always under my feet coming down the steps. Trip over him all the time, and I'm glad that I can catch myself. Have the quickness there, too. Bring it down. All right, we're back down to where we started. We're not done yet. I want you to go up and down again. Now, did you breathe out? I don't have to anymore. I just always know to do that. So I want you to breathe out. Tuck it in, tuck it in, tuck it in. Make it tight. C curve. All right, bring it up. We're trying to bring these 2 points together. Again, my knees are up because I want the lowers to be working too. So suck that in too. I want you to hold it up this time. Suck it in. Nice and tight. Pulse it up. So you see, it's not always how many reps you do. It's what you do, and it's how you do it. It's how you target. That's just a tiny bit of what you can be doing for your abs. You can be using bands, and there's certain ways you can, and we'll talk about that in another video, certain ways when you go to lift weights that you can really target by bending the knees a certain way. I have lots of little tricks. Again, neck is back. Hold it up tight, 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 tight. I want you to squeeze everything in nice and tight. Burn it out one last time. Get it all, get it all. Hold it, hold it, hold it. If you're really good, you could be having a weight right here. Bring it down. Nice big stretch. Nice and tall. Now I want you to take the right toe, point the right toe, and we're going to take the left arm up. We're pointing the left toe, and we're getting a nice stretch. And other side. It's important to stretch after your workouts. I don't like I should for sure, and I always regret it the next day. Point those toes. Now this is a time I'm going to say it's okay to pull your lower abdominals off the mat. Typically I want you like this in that C curve. Right now we're going to say it's okay to let it go up a little bit. Now we're pointing the left toe and the right fingertip is reaching up, nice and tall. All right, hands down. Bring those knees up and roll it up. How did you do? That's just a teeny bit of what we could have done. But you did great. It was 46 minutes, 45 minutes. All right, let's stretch out a little bit more. Stretch it down. We're stretching out that lower back right now. There's more stuff we can do for core too, so maybe we'll do more of a targeted core exercise video next time. Bring it up. Nice and tall. I want you to lift that spine nice and long. Give me a little turn. And other side. Again, you can add the bring up the intensity on that at any time by adding the weights. It doesn't have to be a heavy weight. You can use a 6 pound or 4 pounds. So you're going to go buy an ab roller and a ball, right? Yeah, right. Hey, vacation. 10 minutes on vacation. I lost you. Daggone it. 10 minutes on vacation. Hate when it does that. It's not liking me right now. Like I said, it pulls apart, goes right in your suitcase. Can't really take a ball along on vacation. All right, next video, I'm planning on doing a Bootylicious video, which will be hamstrings, lunges, we'll be working hamstrings as far as a deadlift, good morning type exercise, and squats, one-legged squats. That ought to be a good one too. Have a good day. Enjoy your summer.